Welcome GRD131 Graphic Design 1 to ex12. This exercise will be a lot like ex11, except we're going to be working in a different size and a lot different format. It'll be a lot wider and a lot shorter, so you may have to use some different images from Photopea. You may even have to limit the copy that you're going to put on the ad, but you could still start with the same ad. We could still start with this, so your finished ex11 could be the starting point for ex12. So what I'm going to do here, this is my finished ex11. I'm just going to go File, Save to Cloud As, and in my same folder, I'm going to call this ex12, and I can just change the name down here. And instead of 336, this is going to be 728, so it's going to be a wider ad. That's going to be the width of it. So I'll put in 728, just like I had for the other one, and that's all I have to do. And it still has my name in it, so I could just hit Save here, and I'm all ready to go, except for we have to change the size of the page. And I'm going to make sure I wait until it's done syncing before I do anything. Okay, it's all synced, and it's ex12 now, and what I'm going to do is change my page size. Again, I said 728 by 90, and if you're not sure, we're going to use Photopea anyway, so it wouldn't hurt to just open up Photopea and go to the website, and just go to File, New, and when you get to ads, you're going to move over here from social all the way over here. We're going to use ads, and we're going to scroll down and use the one that says leaderboard, and it's going to be 728 by 90. And you could just set that up for now and just hit create. You don't have to do anything yet, but at least you know it's 728 by 90. Now over here, we're going to change this and make that 728, and then we're going to change this to 90. And you can see in the background, if I scroll over here, it's a lot different. So I'm going to move some things off my page, and I'm going to get rid of this image because I'll just bring in a new image. So I'm going to select that and delete it. And the website I'm probably going to keep, because why wouldn't I keep that? So I'll move that over here. This thing, I guess I'll keep. You never know. I might need that or use it for something. And the logo I'm going to keep. So I'll put my logo up here. So I have everything I need. This border I'm not going to need unless you just want to resize it. I guess you could, if you think you might use it again, you could resize it over here and make it wider. I don't know if I'd have it that wide. I might make it 1.5, change the thickness a little bit. And now we're ready to go. Now what I need to do is put an image in here. Now I have some images in here. Because this is my new file, I can just get rid of these. So I can go over here and hit the trash can for roof blue-green, image, tip of roof, any of these images I'm not using. And the rectangle will still be on top, all the other stuff will still be on top, and the logo will be on the bottom, and the image will have to be underneath everything else. So we're ready to go now. Unfortunately, we have to, well, not unfortunately, but this will be a little more difficult finding an image that fits in here. We're not going to find an image that size, but what we'll do is look for something that has something along the top. And what I try to look for, especially since we're doing roofing, is look for something that has sky, where we could use kind of a wide skyline. So that's what I'm going to look for. So I'm going to go to Photopea, and we're still going to bring things into Photopea to create our image and make sure it's cropped correctly and it's the right size. But I'm still going to go here and search for roofing, and I'll just click on images. And again, what I'm going to look for, I can't look for a lot of angles here like this because we have a real wide picture, you know, cutting this off like right here. That's what you got to think about. Now this isn't a real nice sky, but we might look for something that has a nice sky. And I saw this one, I thought this might be neat, and it kind of is, but I think I'm going to skip it for now only because I would have to do some cloning and moving around, but it would work. I mean, I'll just put it in just to show you what I mean. I'm going to copy the image, and I'll go here and I'll just paste it. And remember in Photopea to zoom out, make sure your transform controls are on, and then when you grab here you have to hold shift, and I'm going to bring it in here, and then I'm going to zoom in again so I can see what I'm doing. And right now it's just clouds, but I like having that guy on the roof. Now the only problem is he's in the middle of your kind of banner ad here. If you want to move him over here and have it be a lead-in, or if you want to have them over here, either way, you'd have to do something to get something in the background. Now, what you could do is you could copy and paste stuff, you could clone stuff, you could do all kinds of stuff like that. And I don't want to spend a lot of time going over that, but that would be something cool to do. You know, I think it would be cool if you could start this ad like this and then just clone some clouds. You could even copy some and put them over there, and you just have to kind of blend them together. I'll go find something else, but that's just some of the ideas. So you can piece things together if you needed to. And let me just kind of go down here. Now, I want to find some things that maybe have sky in them, because I think sky looks nice on the top of a wide ad. And you got to watch, if you look for angles, you don't know what's even going to stay in there or not. Maybe you might only get that part there. So there was something I saw. This is kind of nice, I guess. There's some like sun and stuff like that in there. That might be nice. Let me try that. I didn't do that one before, so we'll see how this looks. As long as I could see some roof, I'll copy that. And it's a good way to preview the images in here. So I'll paste this one in here. And again, I have to zoom out, and I'll hold shift here and zoom in again so I see what I'm doing. And I'll just kind of move that, and so it has kind of the roof. That's kind of interesting. Now keep in mind we have to put copy in here, so how's that going to work with copy? I don't know. Maybe we're better off making it larger and just kind of having the, you know, more of the tip in there. That could work. That might work. It has a nice bright area there. And I'll try one with some more dark so that our image can be a little bit lighter on a dark background. We'll try something else. See what kind of a darker sky. Now, I'm not sure about this. That chimney doesn't look too good. That's kind of interesting, except for the roof is red. I tried that. That didn't work too well. That's kind of interesting, although on a wide format, that would be too much of an angle. This is kind of interesting. And let me try this. I'll copy this. Copy image. Go back here. Paste it. And I mean, even just sky in there doesn't look bad. It doesn't mean you always have to get a roof in there. And I'll bring this back in, and I'll zoom in so I could see what I'm doing. And again, you have to hold shift to scale this. And I'm just going to move it up, move it around, and see what I can see here. Something like that. And what would be more interesting, I think, is if that's a weird angle there, if you maybe even rotated it more and did something like that. You know, that could work. It gives you a little area here to kind of put a logo over here, something like that. You can tell it's definitely the tip of a roof. I mean, it kind of evokes roofing. That's an idea. So let me look for one more. I think I even used the one that we used before. I think actually kind of worked okay if I could find it. This one we used before, and there is some sky up there. So let me just try that and see how that works. That may be the one I use again. I'll copy it, and I'll paste it. And I'll kind of see which one works best. Now that works good just by pasting it there. It looks okay. I actually like that because it's cropped kind of in a neat way. And I could go smaller, or I could go bigger and move it down. But that's the top of it. I can't move it up anymore. And if I went bigger, maybe I can, you know, just have part of that. You know, that's interesting. I'll try that. So I have a couple here that I have. And I'm not sure which one's going to work the best. Sometimes you just got to try working with one and see how it goes. I don't know if that chimney is going to be a problem. It might be better without the chimney. I might have to make this a little bit bigger. And then if I did that, I don't know if that roof really is that helpful unless I brought it up more. Something like that. But we'll see how this goes. I'm going to turn off transform controls here. Now remember, when you copy and paste things, I'll zoom in here. You want to copy merge. So it just copies what you see. And I'm not going to worry about lightening or darkening right now. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just try to work with it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to bring some of these in here. And let me just look at them again. There's that one. There's that one with the sky and the sun. There's that one that I don't think I want to use. So it's either this one, or that one. And I'm going to try, well, we'll try all three. I'll try this one first. And remember, if I zoom out, what you want to do is go over here. This is underneath all these marquees, and I'm just going to make a rectangular selection around everything, and I want to use edit copy merged because I don't want to be worried about what layer I'm on. So I'm going to copy merged. I'll go here and I'll paste, and there it is. Now I'm going to want my image down in the bottom, so I'll move this down below everything to be the last thing, so the border goes over it, and that doesn't look too bad actually. And let me try another one. I'll call it sun. Double click on here. I'll just put sun, image sun, so I know it's an image. And I'll go get another one, and I could just turn on one of these. Now this has the tip right in the middle, which could create a problem. So I'm not sure how that'll work, but I'll try it. I'll go edit, copy merged, and I'll go back here and I'll paste it. And I'm just doing Control V or Command V. Now it's at the top, so I'm going to move it down here in between, and I'm going to call it image roof middle because it's kind of in the middle. And then finally I'll display this one, and I'll call this clouds or whatever, but I'll still go edit, copy merged, go back to Gravit, paste it, and this one I'll call image clouds, even though they all have clouds, but this is the one that has kind of more clouds. And I'll drag that down behind everything if I can. And I could go over here and hide that and look at that one. And I could just try to get an idea what might work. I'll hide that one, and then I'll hide that one. And there's something neat about this. It has warm colors in it. And I think I might try this. See how this goes. Now, we have to get in possibly a headline, maybe not, the website. So let's see what we can get in here. And I think what I'll do now that I'm going to start working on this, I think I'll take a break here so I don't have a super long video. And I'll save what I have so far. Photopea, I could close this up. I mean, I don't know that I really need to bring other things in here. You could save this. If you want to, you could double click on here and call it wide add -alt or something, and just hit OK. And when you save it, it'll use the PSD. And then if you need to go back and open up anything or move anything around, because remember, these layers will still have everything outside of there. And I'll just go to File, Save as PSD, and it'll just download it to my downloads. So I have it if I want it. If I need to go back to it, I have it. But I think for the sake of having a bunch of things open at the same time, I think I'm going to close this up now that it's saved. I have it. If I need to open it, I don't need to have Photopea open. So I'll reduce my resources that are running, and I might as well close up this too. And I'll just focus on putting a nice ad here. Now we have warmer colors, so maybe we're going to have blues and things like that. So I'm going to continue with this on part 2 of our ex12, our 728 wide banner ad.